Hey everybody, welcome to a comic book curation mini episode just for fun. We're going to be comparing some Captain America covers that I came across as Captain America 700 recently came out. And the covers, we'll be getting to those in just a second. Starting off with this DeviantART image of Captain America puts the hit in Hitler by War Bonds. And the thing I love the most about this is not only is it like really old school. I mean, this is right out of World War II aesthetic, just in the art style and the fact, of course, he's punching Hitler. But he's clearly punched Hitler more than once because Hitler's already got a black eye. So this is like Captain America beating the raw shit out of Hitler, which is awesome.
Well, you don't know that, man. I mean, he could have hit him really fucking hard. And where the hell is his arm attached? I'm just looking at that now.
Well, actually, I'm looking at. I hear you, because as I was describing how many times Hitler had punched, or how many times he had punched Hitler, what? Okay, I see his gloves, I see his 4 fingers, I see his thumb, I see the red beside his thumb, and that's kind of like his gauntlet. What's the white that's behind that?
Well, I mean, isn't that supposed to be like his forearm where it goes up to? The foreshortening isn't very good.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Your original question was, what's his arm attached to? And if that white is supposed to be his forearm, that makes the attachment issue even worse in my mind.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Where is? I don't.
Well, you know what? His face looks great, and
Yeah.
Hitler's face looks beaten, which is great. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. The actual composition work when it comes to the face, face stuff, and making it look old, making it look, authentically from the 40s, actually does it does do a fairly good job. It's just that
yeah, don't be judgy, man. He's punching Hitler. It's all good.
Yeah,
okay, so I wanted to start with something like real old school, like a classic heroic presentation of Captain America, and I think this one wins for that. So Captain America 700, like I said, recently came out. Now you're gonna have a seminal issue like that, a milestone comic book. You're gonna have alternative covers. You're gonna have stuff like I want to talk about this first. The Captain America First Avenger teaser poster as it came out. Okay, seriously, how hardcore is this?
Oh yeah, that's great.
That's like fucking awesome. You don't even need to write Captain America because the shield is so iconic. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You know what it is. Avenge across the middle. Just sweet. Like, it's just, I love the look of it. It just works in 20 different fucking ways. I love it. Yeah. The muted reds in his outfit and everything. It's just...
Well, yeah, they definitely did a good job with the render there. But there's a lot of people that complain about comic book movies trying to be all like dark, gritty, and real. It's like, why aren't comic book movies fun? I'm like,
right.
That's why. If you look at this, it looks awesome. It looks badass. It's inspiring. Yeah. That's what superheroes are supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
And that is a damn good example of the superheroes being in their element. That's cool. And that's the thing. I've been giving a lot of shit recently for anyone instantly dating this mini-sode here. This is coming out around the same time that Infinity War is coming out. I've been giving a lot of shit to the Marvel MCU, but you will never hear me disparage the first Avenger. I thought that was a great movie, and it was very comic booky.
Well, I've said many, many times before, Captain America: The First Avenger is my favorite Marvel film, and that gets a lot of disagreement from people. They always end up saying, yeah, I liked it, but the best one? And I'm like, no, the best one. So anyway, we looked at classic World War II, and then like here's like the modern sort of like take on the World War II aesthetic with the Captain America First Avenger teaser poster. Here's a variant edition cover for 700, one of them. Awesome. Very dynamic. You can tell, Captain America's leaping forward, great energy, It's it might not be the best Captain America image I've ever seen, but it definitely works.
It's got a very Jim Lee feel to it too.
You think so?
Yeah, I've seen that sort of pose and that sort of, that the structure at least from Jim Lee art a lot. The only real like strange thing about it is why the hell are his biceps the size of his head?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of got the whole fisheye camera thing going on, right? From the distortion when you look around it. Maybe that's what the artist was going for. But wait, hold on. We have more. Hardcore.
That's cool. That's cool. I'll admit that's cool.
It's dynamic as fuck. Yeah. I mean, he's on the old school motorcycle as well.
Yeah. Well, what's really cool about that too is that it's got that very was it The Great Escape sort of feel to it too.
Right. Yeah. Actually, don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut in. He played Bullet. What's his? Steve McQueen.
Yeah, Steve McQueen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut in an image of Steve McQueen doing the leap over the fence when he said that. So this is one of the variant edition covers. So is the previous one. Let's take a look at the actual cover, shall we?
Sure.
The actual cover for Captain America number 700, the one and only. There it is. Like, what the fuck, man?
He's barely even on it.
You nailed the central problem that I and everyone of sound mind has with this cover. Where's Captain America? Oh, yeah. He's way up there. And why is Abraham Lincoln's head busted in half with Cap standing on top of it as if in victory? Like, this is sending all the wrong messages. What's with the dog guy?
Yeah.
You know, it
I was going to ask that too. I was thinking maybe it's some Marvel shit that I have absolutely no idea because I haven't been keeping up with it, but...
I got
where
a
the
question
hell is
for
the
you.
rest of the Fantastic Four?
What is Thing leaning on?
I think it's supposed to be the Hulk, but whoever it was that decided to render this in this way didn't get their perspective right.
Like it's like there's supposed to be a piece of stone there, or maybe Hulk's arm is supposed to be up. Like he's clearly leaning. He's got an arm on one hip and the other elbow is bent out, leaning on something. But what the fuck is he leaning on?
He's like elbow jabbing the Hulk, like hey.
Well, that would explain the smile on his face when nobody else is smiling. So
what is the context of this?
You'd have to read the issue. It makes sense-ish, kind of, but no, it doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna like Mark Waid. What do you want, Mark Waid? You know. So anyway, to look at this issue, just simply the way proportions work, the way the human mind works, it's purple-haired Captain Gender Studies in the center. This is the protagonist, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what this tells you? It's what it tells me.
Yep.
I don't get it. Like Captain America's like hidden in his number 700 issue. That was the whole point that I wanted to bring up with these covers. It's like, okay, variant issue, or variant cover. And then here we are with the actual cover and look at it.
Yeah.
So
he's barely on it.
so going back to this one, how much better does it look now?
Yeah. Well, like I said, like the actual structure of it is very superhero. You compare that to like almost anything Marvel does nowadays. They very much have been trying to soften lines, not have the sort of traditional inking structure to their drawings. Like they barely hatch and cross hatch anything to try and show texture or shading. They're trying to do all of that with color through digital artwork.
Right.
And it's kind of obnoxious.
When you look at the inking that's been done on the cover we're looking at right now, it's all of the heavy inking's done on Captain America, and it makes him pop like crazy. Like he jumps off of it, and a lot of that is not just because of the pose he's in, but because of that's where all the heavy inking is on his legs and like in and around his arms and shoulders and stuff, and it makes him jump out. When you look at this, like, oh yeah, like where's the inking? Like where's it's around, Abe's face, I guess, is the most heavily inked part of it. And nothing pop. Captain America certainly doesn't pop. You lose him in the image. You kind of have to look like, who's that? Oh, that Captain America's up there. This would have been the cover I would have, like, of the three, that should have been Captain America 700 main cover.
Yeah, very much so. That's the most well rendered one out of all of them as well. You get the sense of motion going on here.
And it's, God forbid, he look awesome, heroic, protagonisty, cool on his 700th issue. Like, why would you ever want that You know what I mean? Like, does he look heroic there? Or does he look like happy he's brought down the American Republic, like standing on Abe's head?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Unless you've been following the storyline, you don't know who Dog Boy is, bug-eyed motherfucker, purple baldy, orange face, purple-haired Captain Gender Studies. You know who are these people?
Yeah, the only people I recognize on this cover are Captain America, the Thing, and the Hulk.
I mean, I can explain you who these characters are, but I don't want to.
And truth be told, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Man, these are temporary for the moment kind of characters, and you're going to put them literally front and center on the seminal milestone issue. Sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the Marvel Legacy Out of Time thing that they're running with. It's part of the legacy thing that they're there and who they are and everything. Fuck, it doesn't matter. So anyway, this is an indelible sign of where Marvel's at. And when people look back at this, like you look back at like Amazing Spider-Man 300, the Todd McFarlane one, you know, it's very, very iconic cover. You look back at it and it's sort of like a timestamp for where they came from. This is a timestamp of what was going on at Marvel.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
yep.
it's in a sad way, it's fucking perfect. Because, yep, what was going on in comics at that time? A lot of this. So, anyway, that's it for this mini-sode. I thought it was going to be more fun, and it just ended up being depressing. Like,
yeah. Well,
God
damn.
See,
that's the thing is, like, it's hard to get into the jovial side when they're not even taking themselves like seriously at all. They're not respecting the source material. You've got 700 issues of Captain America, and what do? You know, put him in the background and not really care about it. It's
how did this pass editorial muster?
I know, right? Like, there's got to be someone at Marvel that is just absolutely just phoning in his entire job, his entire career. Because, like, they're just sitting there going, like, yeah, it's good enough. I don't care.
The dog has a t-shirt on that says, good boy.
Oh, my God.
We're being trolled. Don't you see it? This... God damn it. It could have been cool. Look. It could have been cool.
That should have been the fucking...